I'm Bounty Hunter D, and I hunt humans for a living. Sometimes I might have to repo your ride. I'm taking your car and catching cheaters in the act.
You need to get out my face, though.
So whatever it is I share with you, you will be entertained.
How come I just can't be Bounty Hunter D and I caught you? This is real life, homie.
Stay tuned for the hunt.
What's going on, you young little bounty hunters, you? It's Bounty Hunter D, and thank you for joining me and my beautiful wife, Jami. Dame un beso, mamacita. Yes, and Tico, he's not around, that's okay, for this amazing, super video. Look at y'all, if you're new to my channel, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you turn notifications on. That way, you know when Uncle D uploads. Also, get the hottest merch in the game. Click that, get that, links in the description. I want 1 million Instagram followers. I want you to follow me, follow me. I probably should take that out. But yes, I do want 1 million Instagram followers. I know y'all can do that for me. That would be a blessing if I could get that. So go to Instagram, get that, click that, just like that. It's a lot of that's, a lot of that's. Enjoy the video. Come on in, Cassandra.
Oh, D, I swear, as nice as this neighborhood is, you guys should have a valet. I had to walk all the way from the curb up to the door.
Well, everybody does when they come by.
Oh,
So what is this? Oh, so it's your back?
It's my back, it's my everything. Yes, I need some help. Y'all can help me with a check.
Yeah,
That's what I came
You
here
came here to
for.
get your check. I understand. We're going to talk about that.
Help me with the check.
We're going to talk about that check in a minute. Go and have a seat the best way you can.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay.
Oh,
All right. Do you need a pillow or anything for your back, or you good like this?
I think I might be okay.
Okay. All right. Well, it looks really painful.
A
My
check
goodness.
would certainly help cushion me.
Oh, I'm sure it would. I'm sure it would. Well, Cassandra, I do want to thank you for coming in. I talked to you over the phone, me and my wife. I'm D. You can put the name with the face. It's my wife, Jami, and that's T on the camera right there. And before I go forward, do you mind me filming, because your boss and their attorneys wanted me to film the session, and it's actually good for you too.
Yes. May as well. Everybody needs to see what happened to me.
I agree.
100%.
Also, if you ever want to address your boss, you can use that camera. You can turn to that camera anytime.
Y'all know I'm hurt.
Just for the record, if you can just show your face here so he can see that it is you, and they can see it's you and their attorneys. So don't say their names, but
Yes,
they see.
it's me,
Yeah.
and you know that I am hurt.
Okay.
So yeah, let's just get
All right.
this over with.
Let's get it
today.
over with. I agree.
Thank you.
Yes, isn't it nice?
Isn't it
Is it
beautiful?
your hair, your...
Definitely does belong to me.
Oh, it is real?
Okay.
It belongs to me. That's for sure.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. It looks really nice.
Thank
It's
you.
really nice,
Thank you
yes.
very much.
Yes, yes. Okay, so Cassandra, you, without saying the name of the company, you work for a cleaning company.
Yes.
And you've been there, a very ideal employee for the past couple of years.
Yes.
3 years
About
and a couple
3
months to
years,
be, yeah.
yes.
And your employer speaks very highly of you.
Well, I mean, as they should. I've worked my hardest for them. I show up. I do my best work.
Yes.
And now, when something has happened,
Yes.
where are they?
You feel
Where
it.
is my money?
I understand you feel like you're left out on some type of limb or something. They just left
Absolutely.
you. So we're going to talk about that. So basically, me and my wife are just neutral. You know, we're just here to find out what happened to you. And if it makes sense, cut her the check.
Yes.
It is a workman's comp case of $85,000.
It is.
And hey, if you're hurt, you deserve the money. I always say that.
Absolutely.
If you hurt and it appears to be hurt, if you want to show the camera to show her pain here, that she is hurting and that
Struggling to sit here with you all
and
together.
struggling. So we're
Yeah.
gonna speed it up
If we
then.
base this in looks, I would say she deserves
She
it.
deserved the money. You know what? So,
like her.
yes, I love her.
the way she thinks.
Yes, she
Yeah,
thinks amazing.
absolutely.
She's the boss.
I like her.
So, Cassandra, from start to finish, can you kind of fill it in for the cameras? I understand we talked about it on the phone, but can you tell your boss and their attorneys exactly what happened to you when you were at the house cleaning, like from start to finish? In your own words, take your time. And again, if you want to address them, you can do it right there too. So go ahead.
So I get to the house for my regular shift.
Okay.
As I normally would.
Mm-hmm.
The house is empty. It's a Friday, so it's Friday night lights for the kids. They play their cheerleader and play football, and so it's just me.
Okay.
And I began with my regular duties. I loaded the dishwasher.
Okay.
I straightened the living room. I went to get the vacuum, and then I vacuum downstairs, and then I go to head upstairs. Well, when I get into the bathroom, it's a mess.
The upstairs
And
bathroom.
The upstairs bathroom.
Okay, there are two bathrooms upstairs. Were you by the one where there's a Jack and Jill bathroom or the separate bathroom?
It's the Jack and Jill bathroom.
The Jack and Jill
that
bathroom.
the kids use, which
Okay.
is always a mess. But it's my job to clean up. So
Yes.
of course, I go in.
Okay.
And there's stuff everywhere. But what I don't realize is there's water.
Okay. On the
And
floor? On the sink? Where's the
water's
water?
on the floor. I have no idea where it's coming from. Because
Okay.
there's also so many things. And whoop. And now my back is hurt.
So what's whoop?
I fell.
Oh, you fell.
I fell. And contrary to popular belief, if I fall, I will not bounce. I was just down there.
Okay. So just for the record, whoop, and you
Whoop.
fell.
And I
And you
fell.
didn't
Okay.
bounce.
And I didn't bounce.
Right. And on the way down, if you can recall, did you twist an ankle? What? I understand your back is hurt, but what do you think caused it? Just from how you
Just my
landed, what
feet
your
came from underneath me.
So you were here, and then your feet just whoop, like you
Whoop.
said, just whoop, and
Just
you're
like
done.
that.
Okay. All right.
And I've been hurt ever since.
Ever since.
Every step is painful.
Okay.
I can see that.
Yeah. And it's
Every step is painful. I can barely do any of the things that I would normally do. I can't sit on the couch for a long period of time. I'm not binging Netflix shows because I can't sit for a long period of time.
Okay.
I'm not
So you
in the
don't-
gym. I'm not
Okay.
doing any of the things that I would normally do.
Okay.
So I need to make sure that I get this money
Right.
so that I can move on with my life.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree. Everybody needs to move on. I
Yeah,
really do.
absolutely.
Yes.
I do.
Do you wear heels normally? And
Yes, I would normally wear heels. I haven't been able
but
to
now
since this
you
injury,
can.
since this accident.
Right.
I've only been able to wear very flat shoes, flip flops, and sneakers.
I
That's
see.
it.
Yeah,
and
I can understand.
that's
Yeah.
not
Yes,
something that I would normally do unless I'm working. But of course, I'm not.
You're not working. I understand.
I understand.
Did you see a doctor for your injury?
I did.
You did. Okay. And you, of course, you don't have to tell me about your medical history or anything, but do you have any history of chronic back pain or anything? You don't. Again, for the camera, you don't have to answer that.
don't.
You don't. Okay. All
Are
right.
you taking any pain medications or something that is helping you with the pain and?
Ibuprofen and some like
Something stronger?
something that the doctor prescribed.
Okay.
I don't
All right.
know the name
Not a
of
problem.
it.
Not a problem.
But that's what I'm taking to try to keep me a little bit comfortable.
Okay. Cassandra, really quick, in the past 2 days, have you driven anywhere?
No.
Have you gone anywhere
No,
in the past 2 days?
I'm not driving. I'm in the house pretty much because I'm so uncomfortable. I mean, it was a struggle just to get over here today and to walk from the curb to the door. I mean, gosh.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's say in the past week, have you still been in the house?
Haven't been anywhere.
You haven't
not
gone
doing
in
anything.
grocery shopping,
Just-
going to the
just
store?
waiting to make sure I'm using Amazon Fresh and having my things delivered.
Okay.
I am not doing any of my normal activities. I've just been waiting.
Sounds like her life
to
has been
make
disrupted.
Sure
Yeah.
Yes.
That we can get this settled.
Okay.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Let me answer this. Do you wear any other color of hair or just black?
Honey,
Or,
this is my hair.
When you say
I
your
thought
hair-
we went over this.
Well, I want to know. She
Oh,
wants to know:
okay.
is it your natural hair?
This
Is
is my hair.
It's your real hair.
Belongs
I'm-
to
I'm-
me.
Well,
It's
you-
well, that's the
mine.
part that I misunderstood because when I said, "Oh, I love your hair," and you
It's
said,
mine.
"It's my hair because belongs to me."
But usually,
So
baby, if
normally-
I say I love your hair, you don't say it belongs to you because that means you
No,
bought it,
because- yeah,
right?
so I
my
would say
question
thank
to you,
you.
which I'll say it a little more
It's
directly.
coming out of my scalp.
That's what I want to know. Okay, that's what I want to know. Is it your God-given hair?
That is not what I
Yes.
came to talk about.
Not a problem. It's the reason why I'm asking, sweetheart. Do you have any other questions for her?
Hey, do you know that? I mean, I'm just throwing that on you. Do you know that if there is any fraud on this situation, it's like you can go to jail.
Ain't
Up to 5 years.
Ain't no fraud. Now, see, I thought I liked you. Now you're talking about something else. Let's talk about this check.
Sure. Let's
Yeah.
get into the check. I'm just going to get into this.
Okay.
No other questions.
Yes.
It is up to 5 years in jail. I do
Yes.
want to show you something that I really need an answer to because from what you're telling me, I see something like on the contrary to that. So let me ask you this. Oh, I'm going to show you right now. If you could just take a look at the screen here. Can you see the screen? I don't need you to bend too much.
I'm pretty sure that you're gonna have a good.
Right. Does this look like your car here? The back of your car? It could be any car, huh? Okay, let me just fast forward a little bit. Does that look like you coming out of the car?
No.
It does not.
No, it doesn't.
Why would you say it does not look like you?
I don't know who that is.
Right. Okay. So the person that's getting out of the car there seems to be pulling up their pants getting out. And there she is right there. Does that look like you? It's a pretty good shot.
No.
I
Never
can
seen
see-
that person before. in my
Never
life.
seen her. Okay.
I can see something green.
Absolutely. And green is the same keychain here. May I? Thanks. If I look at your keychain, I can see that your keychain looks identical to the keychain that this woman has. Not only that, I can see that
A
she
lot
has
of people drive Nissans. A lot of people
have this,
green,
a dirty green, whatever this is,
keychain.
that I need to put hand sanitizer
What
on my
point
hands
are you
now.
making?
I'm making the point here is that this woman here has red hair,
She's looking sexy.
Nobody's even wearing red hair anymore. That is so last fall.
same
really?
glasses.
My goodness.
She has the same glasses as
Yes,
you.
let's.
You can
Right?
buy these glasses on social media.
Really? Okay.
Oh, okay.
And also she's walking really well. Would you say, honey?
Oh, she's walking sexy.
She's walking really well. Bring the camera over here for me. Just bring it over on this side and just film from this side, just so
I
we
have
can kind
no
of get a
idea
wide
who
of
that
this,
is.
just
I
so
have
her
never
boss
seen
can
that
see.
before.
Just make no, not the here. Film everybody. Here, back up, right there, and film everybody, and just catch all three of this, just so her boss can see that we're showing you this. Okay? So just forgive me
I
for
see
directing
it.
my cameraman. So here, that looks like that woman is walking really
Oh,
well.
let me. Is that woman wearing heels?
Man, she got on high heels.
Look, this ain't got nothing.
Oh, she got on high heels.
This ain't got nothing
Oh
to do
my
with me.
Wow.
This ain't got nothing.
Same body type
with
as
my
you.
text.
How many days
High
that was,
heel.
baby?
This was
has-
2 days ago.
This has
Oh.
nothing to do with me. This has nothing. to do
But we've been following you for longer than 2 days,
Yes.
and you're walking very well.
Yeah.
Same keys, same glasses.
High
You know
heels.
what?
You're a fraud.
What?
I don't need to take.
You're a fraud. Oh, look at it more. You're walking really well. You're walking so well. Look at her
I've never
walking.
seen that person before. I have no idea who that is.
Oh, she walking, baby. Look how good she walking. Oh, look how good she got up too. You know what? You're a fraud. You're a fraud. That is your hair, and it is your hair.
It's your hair.
And then it's your hair. Pull it off, pull it off, pull it off, pull it off. That's your hair. That's your hair. See, I thought it was real. I thought it was real.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Open the door. There, take that. Close that door.
Wow.
It is what it is. Bounty Hunter D. Don't commit fraud. It is what it is.